Eric Cartman, the South Park character we all love to hate. He's done some truly awful things over the years, from feeding a kid his own parents to starting the Nazi-like cult. But every once in a while, the universe balances itself out.
Is anyone? Are you purposefully trying to use words that assert your male privilege?
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to frame you for raping Butters.
Do you think Italian Americans and women are less important?
And karma catches up to Cartman. So let's take a look at the top 10 times Eric Cartman got exactly what was coming to him. But before we start, welcome to checkunitiedtie, where we talk about the darkest and craziest moments from your favorite cartoons. So make sure you subscribe for new videos like this weekly.
Ow! Ow!
Number 10. Everyone ignores Cartman.
Cartman, you ate the skin off of every piece of chicken! Well, I saved you all the chicken part. Near the bus stop tomorrow.
Here in this episode of South Park, Cartman found himself in a very sticky situation after devouring the skin off of his friend's KFC chicken. The hilarious consequences of his actions saw him ostracized by his pal, with no one willing to speak to him. But hey, all was not lost, as the ever-lovable Butters stepped in to try to save the day.
Well, we did it, Butters. We saved the day.
Boy, we sure did.
Armed with his signature charm and wit, Butters attempts to rally the troops and get everyone to forgive Cartman. With many laugh-out-loud moments, this episode is a must-watch for any South Park fan who loves a good dose of humor and wit.
Told him about it.
Broke, thanks.
I took a crap in the principal's purse 7 times. Then there was the time I convinced a woman to have an abortion so I could build my own Shakey's Pizza.
Number 9. Wendy fights
You think
Cartman.
you're tough?
What's up? What's up?
I'll smack the out of you.
Standing right here, let's go, bitch.
After school. We fight after school. You got that?
This is one of the most epic episodes in South Park universe. Wendy, tired of Cartman's constant bullying, challenges him to a fight on the playground. And boy oh boy did she deliver. Cartman's attempt to weasel his way out of the fight only made Wendy more determined to teach him a lesson.
Things.
The thing is, I totally said I was sorry, but she still wants to beat me up.
This showdown was brutal, with Wendy leaving Cartman battered and bruised all the way up. It's a classic case of karma, as the bullies often find out the hard way. Watching Cartman get that beat down was honestly a little bit satisfying.
And again.
You're very sweet. Thank you again. Come on, Muffin.
Okay, Mommy. Mama.
Number 8. God Gets Revenge.
Cause I like to get lubed up before I get huh? Some lube would be nice, or at least a courtesy lick, God.
South Park never fails to deliver its signature blend of humor and social commentary. In Human Centipede, the season 15 premiere, is no exception. In this episode, Cartman throws a tantrum because he didn't get an iPad, and he complains non-stop, even going as far as to insult God himself. Talk about entitlement. But little did Cartman know, God was listening, and he didn't take kindly to the insults at
be nice,
all.
or at least a courtesy lick, God. How about a little courtesy lick next time you decide to me?
He promptly shocked Cartman, sending him to the hospital. I bet you learned your lesson now. You don't mess with the Almighty. The episode reminds us that entitlement and disrespect have major consequences. So if you want to avoid being struck down by the divine, you might want to think twice before being rude to others. And God, of course.
Little courtesy lick next time you decide to me.
Number 7. Cartman is homeless. Night of the Living Homeless is a classic episode of South Park that features everyone's favorite foul-mouthed 4th grader, Eric Cartman, of course, living on the streets. On his usual antics, Cartman initially believes that he can handle the challenges of homelessness, but he quickly realizes that it is not as easy as it looks, as he struggles to survive amongst the horde of zombie-like homeless people. Viewers are treated to the usual satirical humor that makes South Park so entertaining. From the opening scene where Cartman brags about how he's gonna be the coolest homeless dude ever, to the shocking twist ending. Number 6. Cartman goes to jail.
Crime based on race, ethnicity, or sexual orientation, a federal offense.
What? Federal offense?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We're sorry, Miss Cartman, but we must follow protocol. Your son will be taken into custody.
In this South Park episode titled Cartman's Silly Hate Crime, we witness the epic downfall of our beloved and sometimes detested Eric Cartman.
I have to have them up my ass. Shut up, you guys! It's not funny! Alright, here.
In this episode, Cartman is sent to jail for committing a silly hate crime, which involves throwing a rock at Token, the only black kid in his school. Something he calls a silly hate crime. He lands himself in juvenile detention until the ripe age of 21. But let's be real here. With Cartman's antics, it was only a matter of time before he broke out. And breakout is what he
South
did.
Park! Hate crime suspect Eric Cartman is trying to outrun federal prosecutors and his friend's Go-Go Action Bronco. Our eye in the sky, Greg Nimitz, is there live. Greg? Tom, it looks like the...
With a plan that involved a laundry truck, a well-placed fart, and an unfortunate guard, this episode keeps us on our toes, wondering what absurdity will come next from the mind of Cartman. Will he ever learn his lesson? Well, let's hope not, for our entertainment's
My
sake.
time, I'm gonna smack you in the head with this rock. That ass. That. Oh!
Number 5. Cartman loses the Special Olympic.
All I have to do is make people think I'm handicapped and I get $1,000. It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is.
Up the Down Steroid, the second episode of South Park's 8th season, is a hilarious and satirical take on the length some people will go to take a shot at glory and a quick buck. Cartman, always the conniving mastermind, pretends to have a disability in the hopes of winning the Special Olympics.
What the hell?
Despite being woefully undertrained, he loses every event, proving that cheating never pays off. But things get even more hilarious when Jimmy, a legitimate disabled athlete, almost comes to blows with Cartman for mocking his disability. Number 4. Cartman gets kidnapped. Cartman's incredible gift is a memorable episode of South Park that will leave you on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah, awesome. Hold on just a second. Mom, there's some homeless guy here. Make him go away.
In this episode, Cartman is kidnapped by the left-hand killer, a terrifying serial killer who threatens to make Cartman his 19th victim. What's worse, the killer is on the loose because Cartman took credit for all of his work.
But I am the serial killer, the one whose rightful place in history you have smirched.
It's a hilarious twist that only South Park could pull off. The episode takes viewers on a wild ride as Cartman tries to prove his innocence and avoid becoming the left-hand killer's next victim. The humor is very dark, the humor is twisted, but it's impossible not to laugh at Cartman's misfortune.
Before you die, let me show you the things I have done, so you understand the breadth of my transformation. This is me at the Grand Canyon.
Number 3. Cartman pretends to be Britney Spears.
Then I'll pull down my pants. Just slide it up in my anus there. No way. Awesome-o, I thought you were programmed.
Awesome-o is hands down one of the funniest episodes in South Park history. This classic episode sees Cartman using a cardboard robot costume to trick Butters into revealing his deepest, darkest secrets. But little did Cartman know, Butters had a few tricks up his sleeve too. After discovering that Awesome-o was actually Cartman, Butters got his revenge by showing the entire school a video of Cartman dressed up as Britney Spears, singing Touch My Body with a cutout of Justin Timberlake.
Ooh, Justin, yeah. Touch my body, you and me. Check out my nice hot body. Ooh, come on, my...
Leaving Cartman to sit and accept his defeat as everyone laughs at him. It's a classic example of how karma always catches up to those who deserves it. And seeing Cartman humiliated is a sight that South Park fans just can't get enough of.
Wow, kid, you're a little faggot.
Lame.
It's pure comedic gold.
After all, they were Awesome-o's ideas.
All right. What are you gonna do with money, Awesome-o? Buy some robot pants? No.
Number 2. Kyle fights Cartman.
Did it bother you that I was happy? Is that why you took her from me, Cam?
Cartman, you weren't happy.
Shut up, Cam.
All you did was bitch about her all the time.
You're not gonna talk your way out of this one.
Double down or go home. It seems to be Cartman's motto. But when it comes to his precious girlfriend Heidi, he couldn't handle the double cross from his so-called best friend Kyle. In the episode Double Down of South Park, we witness the explosive fallout of Kyle stealing Heidi right from under Cartman's nose. Cartman's reaction, you say? What was it? Well, he confronted Kyle in the middle of the school hallway and demanded a fistfight with him.
You took everything from me! Stop it! All you've ever done is work to ruin my life. Well, now I'm...
But what happens next is pure shock and awe, as Kyle knocks out Cartman with a single punch.
Like you get. I'm sorry, Cartman. You just have to accept that Heidi's moved
Leaving viewers stunned and chuckling at Cartman's deserved knockout. Look, remember kids, violence is never the answer. But sometimes a little old punch can knock some sense into even the most stubborn of individuals.
Like Snake! Cartman, I didn't mean for things to happen the way they did. Did it bother you that I was having...
Number 1. Scott Tinnerman's Revenge. In the iconic South Park episode 201, Cartman thought he had pulled off the ultimate flex by feeding Tinnerman's parents to him in a chili bowl. But it turned out to be a classic case of the tables have turned, as Tinnerman revealed that he was actually Cartman's half-brother.
It's true. Jack Tinnerman was your father.
You killed your own father, and then you fed him to your half-brother!
It was a shocking twist that left viewers reeling, wondering how Cartman would react to this revelation.
No! No! Now eat your chili!
With its trademark dark humor and unexpected plot twists, 201 proved once again why South Park is a television classic.
See, you had an illegitimate child with your slut of a mom, and everyone here covered it up to protect the Bronco name.
These moments remind us that even the most irredeemable characters can get what's coming to them. Despite his flaws, Eric Cartman remains one of the most entertaining and unforgettable characters in animation. And these moments show us that even he can escape the consequences of his actions.